Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalkers? Justin, aka Six, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today, it finally happened. I did not think in my wildest dreams that Wizards would print Siege Rhino onto Arena as fast as they did. I legitimately thought, the first Explorer Masters, or the Explorer Anthology, it's just gonna be nonsense. It's gonna be like a bunch of burn decks and blue spells. But no. They blessed me. They blessed us, the enjoyers of abzan midrange, with Siege Rhino and Tireless Tracker. So that's what we're playing today. We're playing Explorer Best of 3 Siege Rhino. Now, this says Rhino V2. That's because I had a V1 version that used Yorion, because I wanted to do a bunch of blink nonsense, because we don't have all of the cards in Pioneer that we could use in a abzan Rhino deck. Namely, we don't have not Assassin's Trophy, sorry. We don't have Abrupt Decay, which is real good. Fun fact, Abrupt Decay, real strong. Real helpful card. But yeah, we don't have that. And there's some other things that we don't have, and I've forgotten already. Vampire Nighthawk, we don't have. In the other version, I did run Vampire Nighthawk's cousin, whose name I'm forgetting right now. But I wanted to make some modifications, make the deck my own. And so this is what I came up with. We got 2 Bloodchief's Thirst. Actually, if I recall correctly, 23 lands. I don't remember if I wanted to do 24, but stay at 61. I don't remember. This is fine for now. 2 Bloodchief's Thirst, 2 Fatal Push. Technically, the deck is supposed to run 4 Fatal Push, but we don't have a great deal of ways of just, having our creatures go away. We do technically have Charming Prince, which is more than what the Pioneer version has, because the Pioneer version does not play Charming Prince. I put Charming Prince in here because I like the idea of blinking my Rhinos. It just feels like it's not what I want. Bloodchief's Thirst, obviously, I love this card. It scales. It's great. 3 Thoughtseize. I believe some versions run 4. I chose 3 because I wanted to fit some of these other cards in so I can play with them to get a better idea of how I like the Rhino deck and what I think needs to support it. 3 Charming Prince. Card's pretty decent here, right? Early game, we can scry, make sure we hit our land drops, potentially find our Rhinos. Gaining 3 against aggro always seems good. And then, of course, being able to just bounce something or flicker something is fantastic. 3 Glint-Sleeve Siphoners. I was so confused when I saw this in the Pioneer version. But, I mean, it does what you want it to do. It acts as a pseudo-Bob. You just kind of want more cards in a deck like this. You definitely just need... because you're gonna be using a lot of 1-for-1s, so you need to be getting to your higher quality cards, and Glint-Sleeve Siphoner does that for you. The fact that it has Menace is also quite nice. 4 Growth Chamber Guardians. So this is a card that I've toyed with in abzan midrange before. I have loved it in a lot of spots. Who knows if it's still going to be good. It is a slow card. It is just a bear that we have to do stuff to. But it comes with its own. It's very similar to the 4-mana 4/3 Angel that gets things out of sideboard. It comes with it's an army in a box, right? I really love those cards. So we'll see if it works here. Vanishing Verse, Assassin's Trophy. These are our 2-mana removals of choice. We'd love to have Abrupt Decay, but we don't, so we can't. 3 Mythos of Nethroi, kind of to round out our removal package. We got 3 Tireless Trackers. This card is just great. She can get big. She essentially gives us card draw. Technically, that's it, but those are really good things. 1 Kaya Orzhov Usurper. There's a lot of 1-mana things rolling around. Just a ton, an absolute ton. And Night of the Autumn can deal with that. There's also just a ton of enchantments running around. I messed that up. I switched from talking to Kaya to talking about Night. Sorry. There's also a lot of graveyard decks running around that Kaya deals with. Her -5 doesn't exist. Night of Autumn can take care of enchantments that are running around. Gains a life against aggro, gets big against control. 2 Wandering Emperor. This card is really strong. Flashes in, makes a body, exiles a thing. It does all the things that you need it to. And then, of course, Siege Rhino is Siege Rhino. I'm not going to explain that. This is our mana base. One of each basic, one of each of the legendary lands, and then I have a single Hive Tyrant. It's a mana base. I don't know if it's good. Deafening Silence against the dumb decks that like casting a bunch of spells in a single turn. Portable Hole. Wonder if you can guess what that's for. Go Blank against a lot of decks that just want to have a ton of cards. Kalitas against kind of the creature decks. Weather Runestone instead of Grafdigger's Cage. I don't know why people are playing Grafdigger's Cage, but this stops the Greasefang decks. Necromentia also helps against Greasefang and other potential combos. Set out the Wreckage and Kaya's Wrath against the Aggros decks. And Yasharn if we happen to come across any sack decks. Let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to try and do the thing again, where I wait until I find a match. What a fast one. Arrows go pew pew. Hand seems reasonable. 4 more lands? I think I'll just fetch from my swamp first. Maybe. What's going on here? Also, oh my gosh, I didn't put on my deck tracker. I'm so sorry. But you know what? Too late. I can't target that. Can target that. Do I want to is the question. I mean, having Night Bottom here is pretty damn sick. Why is that? Shut up. Careful of hop it up at the bottom. Jeez. Oh, I can kill Gingerbread at least. More likely to need double black than double green. The reason I did that instead of this is that theoretically they could get a Lord. Non-land permanent? Druid? Yeah, I think I just lose here. Yep. Love those. Love that. Okay, Kaya's Wrath. This just has lifelink. Let's see. I don't. Well, this does help against Growth Chamber Guardian's way too slow in this matchup. Tireless Tracker is also not great. It's probably better to have lower CMC things. Sure. Sure. I do like that they mulliganed. That's nice. For me... So we got a 1, got a 2, technically also have a 3. Kind of hoping they try to install Artifact at Ginger Root. I think they thought about it. Just so you know, no idea if I'm playing this properly. Yeah, they're just gonna put it on that. I can Nethroi that down. I think that I will. I'm gonna wait for them to tap it. That's fine. Can't cast Guy's Wrath right now. Can't do running rhinos, though. I probably should have just played Growchamber Guardian and held up Vanishing Verse. That having lifelink is annoying. Interesting. They're forced to top deck. And I can immediately play Guardian next turn. And evolve it, or adapt it, excuse me. Awesome. Yeah, that's essentially what I was looking for. Cool. Got there. I wonder if Go Blank has a spot here. I think so. I don't think there's anything I want to cut. Maybe I could cut, like, not both Thoughtseizes. Or not all Thoughtseizes, but just one of them. Don't know. I'm gonna try it. I expect them to play one of the ward ones now. I play this. Nope. They keep a one-lander? They did keep a one-lander. Interesting. I think getting rid of Patchwork is the most important in this specific hand. I assume they play both of these. Ornithopter is going to be how big? I said this Ornithopter is going to be how big? 4/4. So what I could do here is wait to see what they target. Then kill it. Alternatively, I can just play a Glint-Sleeve here. 14, so that'd be 4, 6, be down to 8. Theoretically, I could go down to 7, hope to get a land, play a Rhino. Then I take 4 again, I go down to 4. But I'd have the Rhino. Yeah, I think it's actually better to do this. And not block, most likely. Yep, that's expected. All of this is calculated, acceptable damage. Needed that land. Because here I play Siege Rhino, go to 10. But now I am okay playing, or I am okay blocking both / either of those. Although I realize they probably are just going to make it so they can't be blocked, actually. So next turn, I kind of have to hope I grab a land that can produce white. Arrows, you're a pretty shitty person. Just white, then I can Mythos. Kill one. I think I still have to force them to use their mana. That is a bit of a surprise, I guess? Another Rhino, can't cast it. Yeah, I think unfortunately I just have to Mythos. Yeah. Yep, they do activate them. 1, I go to 4, I still die to Ginger Brute, so I technically think there's no point in blocking. Well, I block 1, I go to 2, I play another Siege Rhino, this is still around, I still take 5. But if I draw a white source, I'm recasting one of these and playing that. Okay, I think it is worth blocking there. Damn. Garbo, go blank. Will I keep this in the video? Who knows? Find out today on this video if that's the case, because this is current Justin. Oh my gosh, my hair's like wrapping around my headphones. Interesting. See you in the next one. One of the things that I might do is make a historic version. Just because historic might have some cards that buff this deck. But, so, I took, essentially what I did is I took a Pioneer deck, and I kind of transplanted it into Explorer. And I don't think that's something that I should have done. I think I should have whole rehashed the deck, right? Because the Aether Hub and the Glint-Sleeve, I think just don't work. Well, I don't know, because Interesting. Big-ish red. I think I'm okay with them just stomping my stuff. Next turn I can just play Scry Prince again, potentially. I need the 4th land. Yup. Gravy Trespasser. Trespasser, meet my Rhino. I didn't think it was worth playing Tracker into a land. Interesting. It's worth it now. I was about to say, wrong time to shoot it if you're gonna shoot it. I could just transform this back. Now they're gonna shoot her. That's fine. I'm gonna grab a green. Green. I'm just gonna flicker my Siege Rhino. Oh no, you shoot my Charming Prince. I don't care. See, this is that good stuff, but is it that good enough stuff? Rude. Wish I still had my Rhino. Oh, I shuffled. Uh-oh. I'm gonna rethink this deck for Explorer. I think mirroring it after the Pioneer one was incorrect. I'm surprised by this. I guess they kind of like know I plan on murdering something. It's unfortunate. Definitely like go blanks here. Their deck is just like Rakdos things. Awful. Worse. No. Life is pain and anguish. And if anyone ever tells you it gets better, they're lying. Is there a chance I win? Am I starting to believe? Do I have hope? I'm 2 for 1ing myself. I'm actually 3... No. I'm 3 for 2ing myself.
I'm the best fighter. Yup. You're going down.
Okay, I'm back to the anguish and pain.
I don't need this.
Stick around. I'm gonna rebuild this deck in this video. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be making some changes.
I bring my own army.
Yeah, no, I think we're just done. Yeah, you're not leaving this in. This is a lesson. Explorer is on its way to Pioneer. It is not Pioneer. Do not take a Pioneer deck and just try to modify it. Bad idea. Whole new deck. A whole new deck. A magic deck. It is so cool. It is Rhino V3. So follow me. Put in that siege, baby. Rhino. 4 rhinos. That's your starting point. It's 4 rhinos. I love me Mythos of Nethroi. It destroys like whatever I need it to. We're popping 3 in that bad boy. We're a black deck. Obviously, we're playing Thoughtseize. At least 3. Frankly, I just do not like, because I'm playing Tireless Tracker. I still think that's correct. And if we're playing Tireless Tracker, we're definitely still playing Fabled Passage. Apparently it is built like that. Where I was going to play some Fabled Passage, which means we're actually going to play more fucking lands, you know? Or more basics, I mean. We want the Indatha Triomes. Whoops. A couple of Indatha Triomes. Obviously, we want some Overgrown Tombs. We want some Temple Jordans. I did this to myself. We want some Godless Shrines. This gives us 3 of each. Plus we have this. I think we're going to go up to 4 for there. Right now that's reasonable. So I think what we have to do is we have to choose like the primary assistant color. Based on what I want in the sideboard and the stuff in the main board, I think green is definitely going to be the splash color. Because I definitely want Prince. I still think Prince is good. And I think we want Paolo. I think having Paolo in here would be very good. I think we still want Wandering Imp. Because Wandering Imp is dope. Do not want 3, though. I think we only want 2. Are there any Planeswalkers that are a little cheaper and not god-awful? Preferably also not double-colored. So the answer to that question essentially is no. Oh, wow, this and this, but no, thank you. Would I want a 5... If I want a 5-drop, what would the 5-drop I'd want to be? Honestly, I'm thinking Kaya. Kaya works really well with this. Although I guess, well, you don't really take into account the ultimate, right? Like, it works nicely with Siege Rhino, and it just exiles things. Let's attempt 2 of those, right? So we do have to kind of get there. So let's grab removal. I don't love Assassin's Trophy. It can get rid of anything, but I just don't like ramping my opponent. I think Vanishing Verse... I don't know. I'm not a big fan of either of those. I've already forgotten the name of this card. Infernal Grasp. Only kills creatures. Like, that's the thing, is we do need... I guess... Because I want Knight. Is that 24 lands? Okay, that's good. We have 10 more cards to add. They all need to be 1s and 2s. And I think they all need to be removal as well. Give me just a sec. Okay, after deliberation, after I hopped out of the after party, I remembered that a certain card, fudge. A certain card existed that I didn't use, which is Fracture. Someone said that I should totally try this in the sideboard. Now, I forgot Affinity existed. But Affinity also got new toys, right? So I think if I throw this in the sideboard as a 2-of, I can better justify having base creature removal. Bloodchief Thirst is just too good. It's everything I want. It's everything I need. It's everything inside of you that you... God, maybe I should go back to, like, Murderous Rite? Hello, Bedevil. Hello, Bedevil, my friend. I messed that up. Oh, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Dun 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 dun. And visions that were clouded in my... No, I messed that up. I'm sorry. I ruined the sound of silence. I'm sorry. Don't want them to investigate. But also, Fateful Absence destroys creatures or planeswalkers for 2 mana at instant speed. This is blurst. Because I have Rhino, I just don't have the ability to play the Rhino. You know, whatever. I'll do what I want. If it's bad, I'll realize it's bad and I'll change it. 4 more cards. 2 drops. Two-drop creature. What are some 2-drop creatures that I think would be good in this deck? That aren't green, because... Let's see, we have ETB, ETB, ETB. Not ETB. I wonder, are there any good 2-drop ETB creatures that I would enjoy? There's also always, like, Lion Sash. Luminarch doesn't make sense this deck, in my opinion. No, Professor of Symbology, it's not what I'm looking for. There's no shot Spirited Companions correct, right? It just seems wrong on so many levels. There's got to be something I can feel it. Lol. The blade. I could study the blade. I'm unsatisfied with my options. In fact, I would go so far, and I'm sorry for this, to say that I'm dissatisfied with my options. Gifted Aetherborn is interesting, but it's double black. Which I feel like can really throw off the vibe, but it is Death Touch and Lifelink. Like, I like it a lot. We'll put it in there for now. We'll stick it in for now. We'll see if we have to make any changes later. If we have to pull back a bit. Life and Times of Juniper Lee. Now, Null Priest. Null Priest is interesting. Because Null Priest... well, I guess it technically has an ETB. Null Priest can get Rhinos back. It can get other ETBs back. Early game, it can be a nice lifelinker. Late in the game, it gets me more Rhinos. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So much possibilities. And yet I hate most of them. I'm pretty sure I don't want it to be green. Right? Right? Do I want it to be Prosperous Innkeeper? Also, Arena, where's your fucking music? Prosperous Innkeeper can theoretically mana fix, likes creatures ETBing, can bump us to Siege Rhino faster. I don't know, it just feels limited in scope, you know? It just feels like I need my 2 mana to be more impactful. Cheville. I do like the idea of Cheville. Also works nicely with Kaya. Cheville is interesting. Cheville is definitely interesting. Stick Fingers creeps me out. Boo! Boo this man. Yeah, I think I like that. I would like a single... I still like a single forest. Oh, right, this is Explorer, so I can't do the thing. I have to set to creatures and 2 drops. You... Four, so we're gonna do a 3-3-1 split of basics. And you know what? I made a mistake the first time. This is the real choice. You gotta make those pro gamer moves. One forest, so we'll be at 24 lands with a slightly higher curve. No. Which is sad, because, like, out of these, I definitely like the forest the best. Okay, as for the sideboard, I think for the most part, we were right. Silence. We like silence. We like holes. I think we still like settle. Do I want Kaya's Wrath? Possibly, possibly not. I still think Go Blank is worth it because it doubles as exile. Kalitas, I think, is pretty good. We do need some Graveyard Hate with a Weathered Woundstone as well to stop nonsense from happening. 12 cards. So what am I missing that I had in the other one? Necromentia Yasharns. Go to Goldfish real quick. Just to check the metagame. Because when making decks, it's important. But when making sideboards, it's even more important. To kind of just know... to know what you're playing against. Of course, I misclicked. And it took me to some nonsense. No, from the last 7 days, please. Yeah, okay, I do still want you, Sharn. One more thing. Rakdos not legal in this, right? Nope. I'll just put Necromancer for now. It can always be changed. Alright, so this is the modified deck. Well, let's see how it works on stream. And, of course, my next video is probably just going to be Abzan again. Deal with it. Anyway, I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, you'll find links in the description down below. I do, of course, hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, all will be one.